All right, everyone, we've got the inverters mounted. I'm starting to work on the battery cables now. And we've got this really nice 200 amp breaker with this nice box to keep everything isolated. So what I'm doing, because the glands that actually come with the unit, they will fit the cable, but they will not fit the ends of the battery cable. And no one tells you that. I've watched tons of videos from a bunch of different installers, and no one has said, hey, if you buy pre-made cables, they're not going to fit into the glands that are meant for these holes. So on the negative cables, I'm going to use strain relief, so no problem there. On the positive cables, because I have to cut them anyways to get them to go into my breaker, I'm going to cut them to length, and then I'm going to feed them through both the glands for this and the one in the box that the breaker is going to be in. I'll go ahead and wire that up, and then I can go ahead and tighten everything down and tighten the glands down, and it'll work because I'll be able to route the cut in through. So that's what I'm getting ready to do now. So I've already measured it and marked it where it needs to be cut. I just have to find my mark. There it is. Okay. That's very satisfying, I gotta say. All right, so the shorter end is going to go from my battery terminal right inside here through this gland. Ooh, that would have been great if it went under the stairs. So I'm going to go through this gland here like so, and like so. And then I'm going to go ahead and slide on the waterproofing bit. We won't tighten that all the way down. Go ahead and feed this up. Put this guy in. Like so. There's my connection. All right, so now my gland is tight. Probably have to come back and hit that with a tool here in a bit. But then I've got my other one that goes into the actual box enclosure here. And now this one looks to be a little bit bigger. So I might go ahead and do is I might go ahead and strip this wire. I think I will go ahead and do that. So handy dandy utility knife. Looks like we've got about half an inch or so that we need to take off the insulation. So this is something that's very important when you are wiring one of these systems together. You want to make sure you don't accidentally put insulation into your connections that are held in place, because what happens is that can actually create additional resistance, and more resistance means more current. More current means more heat, and more heat means potential fire hazards. So I'm just gonna slowly, it's probably time for me to change this blade out, and I don't want to accidentally cut any of my strands in here. Yeah, definitely time for a new blade on the old. Maybe they make 2/0 strippers. They probably do. I don't own any. And I think that this, for our purposes, works just fine. Even if I have to go back to it a few times and hit the cut. I mean, this is, as I say, this is live TV, folks. This is what it really looks like when you're working on these systems. I know a lot of people like to just post the video of the system being done and not show you what it actually takes. like I said, I watched all these videos just to make sure there wasn't anything I would potentially miss or not be aware of, any problems. And I get in here and boom, the glands that come with it don't fit. So we're going to go ahead and put that, now that we're done moving that around, we'll go ahead and put that in. We'll tighten that down later. And now we're going to carefully route this guy. Oh, see, almost forgot. Don't be like me. Learn from my mistakes. I've already loosened up the terminal in here using my pinky as the gauge for being able to get the wire in. There we go, that should be it there. Go ahead and get this guy snug as a bug in a rug. And then tighten this down. I'm sure we'll need to come back and hit this with a wrench. Maybe just a half turn more. And before we commission all of this, we will hit all of these connections with a, we will hit every one of these connections with a torque wrench and make sure that we are torqued properly. So we're off, aka safe at this point. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that guy off, put it in my toolbox. And I haven't decided exactly how I'm gonna route the bus bars yet. I'm in the process of figuring that out. And but yeah, just wanted to show you guys what that looked like, getting those glands in place and getting one of these nice guys here in. I'm going to go ahead and mount this to the wall, put the cover on, and probably grab another drink of water. It's a bit humid in Tennessee, and so I want to make sure I'm staying on top of my hydration. And we'll check back in with you.